friends, risk takers, business makers. I'm Digital Brina, your friendly neighborhood quality assurance guide. Buckle up because we are about to take an epic journey into the world of entrepreneurship. Imagine the idea that keeps you up at night. The Digital Dreamer framework is like your trusty sidekick for turning your big ideas into reality. You have a vision to build something great, and it's just an idea right now. But when it comes to ideas, quality trumps quantity any day. One crack in the quality and the whole dream can shatter. Here's why I had to create the Digital Dreamer Quality Assurance Framework. Just getting a chance to have a game-changing idea is powerful stuff. So how do we make sure your gems don't get stuck gathering dust? And how do you create a business that can help people and make a difference in the world? This step-by-step system is carefully curated to make sure the products you build are products and services that are built to last. So we're going to talk about this framework that I made, the Digital Dreamer Quality Assurance Framework. It guides you through every stage of the setup and production. We assess risks, establish standards, implement controls, and rigorously test. You launch with total confidence in the integrity of your offerings, and other providers can patch holes up and put out fires, but this framework right here will prevent the most common problems before they start. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going into the thick of the framework in the coolest way possible. And at every turn, I'm going to try to use digital innovation and transformation because it's cool. So let's get started. From day one, you have the vision. We just provide the validation. We're going to explore how this specific pathway can help you take your ideas and turn them into a digital reality. Are you ready? If not, get ready because we're going to take the leap, and I may or may not be holding your hand, and we're going to journey together into your mind and bring your digital dreams to life. Watch this whole video. See how our quality assurance framework can take the stress out of your business, and then I'll let you get back to doing whatever you were doing before you found this video. Welcome to Digital Dreamer. This is the VR experience. I wanted to create a VR experience, which is virtual reality, but this is how close I got in about an hour on my phone and a little bit on my laptop, and very close to free. Welcome, friend. This is the Digital Dreamer Framework experience, and I'm going to start explaining how it works. Press play. Continue on. You can pause here, grab a pen, grab a paper, and take notes. Say you have a great idea, which you do, to start a lemonade stand business. I'll walk you through how my framework would work. So what exactly is this framework I'm talking about? The framework is like a trusty sidekick for turning your big ideas into reality. It helps you build your dreams into a solid business model and prototype the right way from the start. Hands on. First is the planning phase where we map everything out from your stand design to pricing. Next comes the business model where we determine how to make money. Then we build a small prototype stand to test your recipe and process before your full launch. This validates that everything works smoothly. Because even when you're making money and everything's going great, and I mean really fantastic, like imagine having social media and your post goes viral. You have to be ready once your business takes off. My framework helps with quality assurance and project management, like a checklist to keep operations running smoothly and customers happy. We also focus on adaptability to try new flavors and low cost to maximize profits, and scalability to grow your stands around town when the time is right. I'm here to help you steer clear of potential problems so you can build something that lasts. Common quality issues that come up for everyone but usually have a little signature to them for your business. Pretty cool, right? This framework helps turn your innovative ideas into successful businesses. So does the lemonade stand make sense to you? Leave a comment below if lemonade totally makes sense, or if it doesn't make sense, definitely ask me a question and I will answer it as best of my ability. I'll research it for you. Are you ready to dive in and see how my QA framework can level up your business idea? I'm ready to do this. All right, it is time for a hands-on session to see my framework in action. Grab your pen and paper because we're going to brainstorm and develop a business concept step by step. First, we're going to tap into our creativity and we're going to ideate some solutions to a real-world problem. How do you work the framework is level 2, Meet me in the Dreamer HQ. Come on. Okay, this is about to make dollars and cents for you. I have a great idea. I wanted to explore the framework step by step. I did a lemonade stand business, and we started with the idea, and that's where we're going to start again today. This process is called ideation. We're going to brainstorm concepts from scratch and get the creative juices flowing. And then we're going to dive deep to refine our top idea, clarifying, qualifying, and making sure it's viable from all the angles. With a strong concept, we're going to map the road ahead and we're going to build a strategy and timeline to bring this idea to life. So I decided to tackle food waste reduction since that's an issue I'm passionate about. I'll take you through idea generation exercises from my framework like the idea machine, and you'll see actual brainstorming in real time. Then we'll evaluate these solutions based on feasibility, scalability, and potential impact. I'll analyze each idea just like I would for my own business, which it sort of is. After thoroughly examining what I want to talk about, I'll choose one winning concept to focus on. Normally, this would take more research, but I'll select one for this video demo, and you'll witness me employ the full framework process to develop a whole business concept from the ground up. This is exactly how I turn ideas into models in real life. And that's a high level overview of how we'll use my QA framework to create something amazing. It's time to start ideating. I'm so excited. Keep going. Why am I so excited? This is the idea generation simulation. Generating all the excitement for myself inside this system without sharing it, even though I knew I wanted to show rather than tell everyone. Not only do I want to start a business, I want to start a business in a new industry that isn't quality assurance. An industry that's burgeoning, but not a lot of people are running towards it. Welcome to the idea machine, where we are going to start harvesting some creative ideas from a forest of ideas that you may have. And then we're going to pick the juiciest ones to refine and analyze them. And then we are going to concoct our secret sauce and come up with a real life idea for moving forward. Why am I so funny? Because I'm a quality consultant who is simply prototyping my consultancy business for digital projects only. I'm really excited to talk about digital innovation and new ideas, but I'm also excited about the past. So I wanted to do food waste reduction in Arizona as an idea, and I created the idea machine specifically to generate a business model once I'm done with this idea. I want one idea that is strong enough to handle a business model. To follow along with me, I have a link to the idea machine. Simply send me a DM, an email, anything personally where I can send you the link. You can print it off and use it. There's 2 pages, and I'm only sharing page 1 today, as that's as far as I could get in the amount of time that I want for this long form video. Hey, I'm ready. So, today, right now, we're going to walk through the idea generating exercises for a problem I've been thinking about for a while. I started an aquaculture school, which is about using fish to help raise vegetables. So, it's raising both fish and vegetables together. The topic I'm going to pick is reducing food waste in Arizona, and we're going to use the idea machine. So that was step 1. Next, we're going to answer the 3 questions. And to be honest, I'm very not good at reverse storming. It's a complicated process for me because my brain thinks top to bottom and bottom up, like all the time, like just through back and forth. So when it doesn't work like that, you're thinking sort of like this instead, and it's hard for me. But I'm gonna try to answer these questions. Let's get it. Oh, also I wanted to add some things over here in my notes. Okay. All right. So, some of the things that I did to help myself with reverse storming was to generate those ideas that I can't think of, like the negatives. It's really hard. I don't have a team. So, when you're working by yourself, find a team. Whatever that means, find a team. The initiative could fail to reduce food waste in Arizona and have no impact on the problem. So that's the one ChatGPT gave me. And I also use a system by Google called Bard, BARD. And they gave me different worst case scenarios. If I put reducing food waste in Arizona to action and actually reduce food waste, or tried, the initiative could be too expensive to implement and maintain. So we could start it, and it would be too costly to reduce food waste in Arizona, and we wouldn't be able to maintain it. Third, the initiative could have unintended negative consequences, such as increasing greenhouse gas emissions or creating new waste streams. So you could reduce food waste in Arizona, but you could consequently be doing something else that's a little bit more dangerous to the environment if you don't think about it all the way. If you don't think about it all the way. So we're just thinking of the surface level, what could go wrong? What is the worst case scenario? Number 4, the initiative could face opposition from stakeholders like farmers, food processors, or even consumers who do not want food waste to be reduced for some reason. And last, the initiative could be difficult to enforce or measure. So all of these sort of make it like, is your idea even good enough to fight these negatives? Of course. That's where we go to the next part. What hurdles would I have to jump over to bring this idea to life? Ready? I asked ChatGPT and Google Bard both together and came out with these because I couldn't think of any. The initiative may be difficult to develop and hard to start, and it could require significant resources and coordination. These are things that all projects have, so I'm not daunted at all. I'm still going head first. We're still reverse storming. The initiative may require changes to existing laws and regulations. Requiring changes to laws is a big deal. There are tons of industries that have legal departments where their entire job is to lobby down in Washington to make sure that they get that policy changed. That's interesting. I didn't think reducing food waste would have a lot of existing laws, but I think it might. I think it might now that I think about it, now that I really think. The initiative may face resistance from stakeholders who are interested in maintaining the status quo. That's something we talked about. That's definitely a worst case scenario. They're bringing up that stakeholders might be the problem. So we might need to do a lot more research and digging into that. The initiative may be difficult to scale up to make a significant impact on food waste in Arizona. So maybe the amount of food waste that we have in Arizona is too much and it would be a task. But I think if we can reduce it even like 2 or 3%, I would be happy. The initiative may be difficult to measure and evaluate its effectiveness. I just said 2 to 3%. What if we can't measure how much food waste we've lost or how much we've had or what's going on at all? I don't know. I haven't researched very far into this issue. I'm just interested in sustainability and global health, and I'm going to continue my passion as much as I can. And this idea popped into my head, and I'm going to make this dream a reality using digital tools. That's why you're here. That's why I'm starting. So, the risks that come with this idea. The initiative to reduce food waste in Arizona could fail to achieve the goal and result in wasted resources. So I could put in $2 million into researching how to reduce food waste in Arizona and end up not reducing food waste at all, not trying, not advocating, and putting it on a shelf as an idea. If some stakeholders said, I just don't think that's smart for the USDA, that could happen. The initiative could have unintended negative consequences, such as increasing greenhouse gas emissions or creating the new waste streams. I think that's a really big risk. The greenhouse gases emissions, all of that, the climate impact that we could have, I think that should be forefront in our mind if we go with this idea. If we go forward with this idea, we need to make sure we are thinking of solutions around climate change and climate action that would harm the environment. So the initiative could face opposition from stakeholders, which could lead to delays or even failure. That's a big risk that they keep bringing up in a lot of climate change people. So we're going to have to make sure this is friendly to everyone, eco-friendly, eco-conscious, and makes money. Because you can always talk with money. The initiative could be difficult to enforce or measure, making it difficult to ensure that it is effective. So basically, I think I'm ready to get into the list of the worst possible ideas. If you guys are ready, let me know if you're ready. I'm ready. Okay, let's go. The worst possible ideas I think right now for reducing food waste in Arizona would be something silly. Something silly like making food so disgusting, so healthy, so crunchy, so bean sprouts with no salt and bland oatmeal for breakfast. That would be a bad way to reduce food waste because people won't want to waste bad food, but because that's all they have left. Like if you took all the good stuff off the shelf and left only the bad food, like tasteless, healthy for you, but bad, people won't want to waste it though. Creating a food waste disposal system that's inconvenient so people won't want to use it. I would say something like making the landfill easier to get to. Make like advertising for the landfill when we're trying to reduce food waste wouldn't be the direction we want to go. But my brain is starting to open up to all these ideas. Like, so what if the landfill was banned? Like, what if we just banned the landfill? That would be a bad idea because it's very strict and it would make decisions happen too fast. Making food so expensive that people will be afraid to waste it. I think that's actually a good idea. I have nefarious ways. I think that's a good idea, but it's a terrible idea because it's really rude to people and their needs. And being a human is supposed to be about being kind and full of hope. So, I don't know. The next step for reverse storming is where you go to mind mapping and you move to the next thing and you sort of sit in this area where you think, like, just think. Just to sit on all those bad ideas you just talked about. Like all the things that can go wrong, all the things that could stop you, and just. So let's go. How can we improve these ideas or turn them into good ideas? I'll move to a mind map next. Wow, it's been a journey, and would you look at the time? It's time to leave mind mapping to part 2 in 2 weeks. I will see you then. I'm looking for other movers and shakers in businesses that are digitalizing what they've got going on. That's from processes to training. Go to tinyurl.com/digitaldreamers. Fill out the survey and I'll hit you up.